He spent 6 months trying to scam me. He got nothing. So someone else took over. Same account. Different person. Different trap. And this time it was not "I love you." It was "I can't pay my rent." That is how the scam changed from romance to pity. If you have not watched part 1, it is called "He Waited 6 Months Before Asking for Money." That video explains how the emotional bond was built before money was ever mentioned. But in this video, I want to show you what happened after he failed. Because the story did not end. Someone else took over. And this is not nice to have. This is need to have. Because a romance scam is not always one person behind one phone. Sometimes it is a system. Sometimes it is a group. Sometimes, the person you think you are talking to today is not the same person you talked to yesterday. And if you do not know how to notice the change, you may miss the second trap. After 6 months, something felt different. The words changed. The writing style changed. The way he responded changed. The timing changed. The emotional tone changed. It was still the same account. It was still supposed to be the same man. But it did not feel like the same person. That was the first thing that gave him away. Not his face. Not his voice. His writing. When you talk to someone every day for months, you learn their pattern. You learn how they write. You learn how they avoid questions. You learn how they use emotion. You learn the rhythm of their messages. And suddenly, the rhythm was different. That is one of the signs you need to watch for. When someone's writing style suddenly changes, pay attention. When their words become more simple or more polished, pay attention. When their emotional tone changes, pay attention. When they remember some things, but forget other things, pay attention. Because you may not be talking to the same person anymore. So I pointed it out. I told him I noticed the change. I told him the writing did not sound the same. I told him the behavior did not feel the same. At first he did not want to say it. But after I pointed it out, he admitted it. He admitted he was not the same person. And that moment changed how I saw the whole thing. This was not just one man trying to scam me. This was connected to something bigger. Maybe a group. Maybe a network. Maybe people passing the conversation from one person to another. And this is what you need to understand. When scammers invest time in you, they may not want to lose the work. They may not want to lose the emotional connection that was already built. So if one person cannot close the scam, someone else may try. They may come in with a different tone, a different story, a different kind of pressure. But the goal may still be the same. Access, trust, money, control. Then we had several screen video calls. And that is when I saw the person behind the screen. He was not the successful man from the story. He was not the oil rig engineer. He was not living the life that had been described to me. He was living in Ghana. His living condition looked very difficult. He said he could not pay his rent. He complained about the environment around him. He said it was impossible for him to get anywhere from where he lived. He sounded stuck. He sounded frustrated. He sounded like someone who felt trapped in his own life. And this is where the story became emotionally confusing. Because when you finally see the person behind the scam, you may expect to feel only anger. But sometimes, you may also feel pity. You may see a person living in hard conditions. You may hear pain in their voice. You may see that their life is not easy. And suddenly the scam becomes confusing again. Because now you are not only looking at a liar, you are also looking at a human being. But here is the lesson. Someone's hard life does not give them the right to harm your life. Someone's struggle does not give them permission to manipulate you. Someone's poverty does not make your boundary disappear. You can feel compassion, but you still need protection. You can understand someone's pain, but you do not need to fund it. You can want someone to do better, but you cannot rescue someone who is still trying to use you. I tried to speak to him like a real person. I suggested that he find a decent way to make a living. I told him there were better directions. I pointed out that he did have some skills. He could talk. He could write. He could observe people. He could learn patterns. Those skills could be used in a better way. Those skills could be used for something honest. But he did not fully seem to get it. Or maybe he did not want to get it. Because instead of taking the advice and building a better path, he moved the conversation in another direction. He started saying he had feelings for me. He started acting like there was a connection between us. And then he tried to connect himself to the previous scammer. That part is important. Because sometimes the second scammer does not start from zero. They try to inherit the emotion from the first scammer. They try to step into the story that someone else already created. They try to use the trust that was already built. They may act like the relationship continues through them. They may make you feel like you still owe care, like you still owe attention, like you still owe help. But you need to remember this. A fake relationship cannot become real just because a new person admits the truth. An honest confession does not erase the manipulation. A video call does not erase the scam. Seeing their face does not mean they are safe. And feeling sorry for them does not mean you should send money. Then came the money request. He asked for money to pay his rent. And that was the second trap. The first trap was romance. The second trap was pity. In part 1, the danger was emotional bonding. In part 2, the danger became sympathy. Because now it was not just, I love you. Now it was, I am suffering. Now it was, I cannot pay rent. Now it was, my environment is impossible. Now it was, you are the one person who understands me. And that can be powerful. Because if you have a kind heart, you may want to help. If you believe people can change, you may want to encourage them. If you see someone suffering, you may feel guilty walking away. But this is where you must be very clear. Kindness without boundaries can become a doorway. And scammers know this. They may fail with romance. Then try pity. They may fail with pressure. Then try guilt. They may fail with lies. Then try partial truth. But the goal is still to move your boundary. This is why you cannot only ask, is this person telling the truth now? You also need to ask, what are they asking me to do with this truth? Are they using the truth to take responsibility? Or are they using the truth to get money? Are they trying to change? Or are they trying to make me rescue them? Are they respecting my boundary? Or are they testing it again? Because the real test is not whether someone has a sad story. The real test is what they do after you say no. If they respect your no, that tells you something. If they keep pushing, that tells you something too. And in my case, the pattern was still there. Different person, different face, different situation, but the same direction. Money. That is when I realized the scam had not ended. It had only changed costume. A scam can change shape. It can start as romance, then turn into pity. It can start with a fake successful man, then turn into a real person with real problems. It can start with, I love you, then become, please help me. But if the whole path still leads to your money, you need to stop. You are not responsible for fixing the life of someone who entered yours through deception. You are not responsible for paying the rent of someone who is part of a scam. You are not responsible for saving someone who is still using emotional pressure. You can wish them better. You can hope they choose a different life. You do not have to become the price of their lesson. This is what I learned from part 2. The scam does not always end when the first person fails. Sometimes it continues with another person. Sometimes the mask changes. Sometimes the story changes. Sometimes the emotional weapon changes. But your boundary must stay the same. No money, no guilt, no rescue, no emotional debt. If someone comes into your life through lies, they do not get to demand trust. If someone admits the truth only after being caught, they do not get to ask for money. If someone says they care about you but still asks you to carry their burden, pause. Because care does not use deception as a doorway. And love does not begin with a scam. So please remember this. You can have compassion and still say no. You can see someone's pain and still protect yourself. You can understand why someone is desperate and still refuse to be used. Your heart matters too. Your safety matters too. Your life matters too. And your boundary is not cruelty. Your boundary is protection. If part 5 was about emotional bonding, Part 2 is about what happens after the scam fails. Because sometimes, the next trap is not love. Sometimes, the next trap is pity. And if you do not know that, you may escape one scam and walk into another. If you have not seen part 1, watch He Waited 6 months before asking for money next. That is where I explain how the first trap was built. And if this story helped you, subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because this is not nice to have.